होगी।
Okay, so what is the name?
My name is Sarvagya Saxena.
Okay, Sarvagya. Sarvagya, so give me a brief introduction about yourself.
My name is Sarvagya Saxena. Basically, I am from Riva. I have completed my graduation from Riva. Then I have completed my post graduation uh, from in MCA in this year. After that, in Pro Skill Hub from last 6 months.
Okay. So what are your hobbies, Sarvagya?
My hobbies are reading books and gardening, cooking, etc.
What are your weaknesses?
My weakness is I am confident that I can do the whole task in my
Anji.
own, but sometimes it creates problems for us, for
Okay.
me,
So,
and I
so
can overcome it.
Sarvagya, what are the languages you are proficient in?
The languages I know that are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js as a framework.
Okay. So why did you choose IT as a career?
I, I always want to like coding, but uh, after graduation, I think that I should do MCA and then I can start coding. I have completed my post graduation in Masters in Computer Application, and now I am working as an intern in ProScale Hub.
Okay.
That's why I want to get UI.
Okay. So why as a front-end developer and not a back-end developer?
Uh, I love front end development because I have a good command in it. But I can also learn back end development as well.
Okay. Why you experience as a fresher?
I have experience of 6 months in ProScale Hub,
Okay.
working as an intern.
So how many projects you have created?
I have created a project. Uh, First is to list a weather app, and my major project app based on React application.
Okay. So explain your recent project, please.
My major project based on React application has various functionalities like add to cart, gateway, and uh, all all the products can be filtered quickly. They can be filtered by price. These are the major functionalities I have given to my project.
Okay. So let's just move into the technical part. What is React?
React is a JavaScript front-end library used for building user interfaces. It is very popular in industry nowadays.
Okay. So why React is so popular?
React is so popular because it helps us to do the task in a very efficient manner, and all the things are divided into components which are reusable objects which can be used in making the application, and helps us to write the clean code and manage code efficiently.
Why did you choose React as your framework and not other languages like Angular or Vue?
React is a very popular JavaScript library and has the capability of like a framework. So that's why I chose it, and it is now very popular in IT industry. The clients also want their projects to be in React framework. That's why I sorry, React library.
Okay.
It's a
What is
JavaScript library. That's why I choose it.
what is J6?
JSX is a JavaScript syntax extension. It is used in after the return statement in functional components, and it is in the form of curly braces.
Okay. What are props?
Props are an object uh, which is through which we can access the value of HTML attributes, and we can transfer the value from a parent component to child component.
What are the difference between props and state?
Okay. Props are an object in JavaScript through which we can access the value of an HTML attribute, and we can also transfer the values from parent component to child component. It is very efficient in React.js. But states are used to set the values and to initialize the variable and to set the values of that variables. Using we can use state hook for this.
What are construct?
And this is the state
Sorry.
management in a React application, React.js.
Oh, okay. What are constructors?
Constructors are also an object in it through which we can initialize the object in JavaScript with using new keyword.
Okay. What is use memo?
Use memo is also a hook in JavaScript in React.js, which has the memoization technique through which we can send and store our data in cache memory, through which we can access it very fast because cache memory is very fast in operating system.
Okay. What is Axios?
Axios is also a method in React.js through which we can uh, call the API and send the API from backend to frontend. And it also helps in the to do the CRUD operations of API calling using Axios.get, Axios.put, Axios.delete, etc.
Okay. So what is the difference between overloading and overriding?
Okay. Overloading is not accepted in JavaScript because the function name is same and which has many arguments used in it. If you have used a single function name and in more than one classes and the different arguments, this is not acceptable in JavaScript. But function overloading is acceptable in Java. But function overriding is applicable in JavaScript. It is a
Okay.
inheritance through which we can access the we can access the parent class components from the child class components.
Okay. So
And for example, we have made a eat
hmm,
function name and an animal class. So eat function can also be used in a rat class. So
hmm,
both have the same function name, but different values are uh, used in it. In function in JavaScript overriding, we can access the values of the uh, last function. Not it can override the function which is used above
okay.
and gives the values of the last function. This is function overriding exactly. It overrides the values or the function of the previous class.
So what is abstraction?
Abstraction is also a concept of oops,
Hmm,
and it means data hiding, which means showing only the functionality. and not showing the implementation part of the code.
What is the difference between multi-level inheritance and multiple inheritance?
Multi-level inheritance means a child class obtains inherits the properties or the functions or the methods from the parent class in a sequential manner. And in multiple inheritance, there is a one parent class, and there are so many child classes associated with it, and they get inherit, and the child classes inherits from the single parent. This is multiple inheritance.
What is encapsulation?
Encapsulation. Okay. Encapsulation is a way of wrapping the data and function and the variables together in a single unit. It is called encapsulation. Using a single class, and the variables and the functions are defined in that exactly in it, and wrapped together in it. This is encapsulation.
What are the features of OOPS?
Features of OOPS. The OOPS helps us to divide the code into different parts, and helps us to not write and to not repeat the code again and again. It helps us to do the functionality of try. That is, don't repeat yourself. We don't have to repeat the code again and again, and we can make a function and call it whenever we use it. If we use a procedural oriented programming, it makes code hectic, and makes our code so long that so that the programmer cannot understand where is their error, and where he have to improve the code.
What are the class components?
Class components are also the components structure in React.js. It has basically two component structure. First is class-based components, and second is functional-based components. So class-based components extends from the previous classes, and they are stateful components, because don't have to use the hooks in it. They are inbuilt in it. Like use state and use effect are not used in class-based components, and all the hooks use state and use effect hooks are used in functional based components, because functional based components are stateless components.
Okay. So, what are the limitations of OOPS?
Oops, sometimes oops can make our code more hectic and more difficult to understand, because there are so many methods are used in it, and they are called in another function in another class, so that the programmer cannot understand where the function calling is done and where the function invoke itself. That's
Okay, what
why
is it?
it
Okay.
becomes a problem for the programmer. But oops has the advantages, various advantages, which makes it more powerful than the procedure oriented programming.
What is NPM?
Okay. NPM is node package manager. All the packages installed in React application are installed in package.json file. And when we have to install the packages or the dependencies, we go to the npmjs.com and install it. For example, we have to use a router, a React router. Then we have to install in our terminal that npm install React router do. Then we can do the routing functionalities in React application.
Okay, what is NVM?
NVM is node version manager. Uh, to update the versions of our application, we use node version manager basically.
What is package.json and package.json?
Uh, Package.json is a file which has all the packages and dependencies installed in it, and used for our React application. When we install a package from npm and npm.js. They are automatically installed in an package.json file, uh, and then we can use it in our application. And also the version of it are also installed in, and also the latest version are installed in package.json.
What is virtual DOM?
Virtual DOM is a blueprint of actual DOM, and the basically React application works on virtual DOM property.
What is API?
API, okay. API is application programming interface. It is basically communication of request and response between the user, between the sender and the receiver. When we have to send the request and to take the response, we use API calling.
Sarvagya, what is the name of the company you working for?
Uh, I'm working for ProScale Hub.
Okay. So how long you are working for that company?
I'm working here as an intern from last 6 months.
Okay. Why do you want to switch the company?
Basically, I want to enhance my skills, and I think in your company, I can get the knowledge and enhance my skills of IT so that I can be proficient in IT skills.
Okay. So what's the salary expectation?
My salary expectations is 6 lakhs per annum.
Okay. Yeah.